Thank you for coming and cooking with me, Andrea. Today I'm excited. We're making mozzarella sticks. I love mozzarella sticks. So does my family. So we're going to get started right now. First of all, I have 1 cup of regular all-purpose season flour. I have 1 cup of my progressive crumbs. This is a garlic herb. It's delicious. You can use just the Italian one if you'd like, but use either this one or the Italian. This one is really excellent. That garlic just comes through. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Then what I'm going to do is, so that was 1 cup, I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And I just give them nice heaping ones because flavor is all good. You can't have too much flavor in mozzarella sticks. I think that's what makes it. Now what I'm going to do is take a 4th cup of Parmesan cheese. This just gives it some salty, and boy, that Parmesan fries up good. I'm going to get my little fork here, and I'm going to mix everything up real nice. And then what we'll do is go ahead and break an egg because we'll be ready. I got some mozzarella cheese here. Can buy it anywhere, but this is the one I use. Most of the time I have a big, huge brick so I can cut it a little bit easier. And that's what my mozzarella sticks look like. But I just use mozzarella. And you can buy any brand. Whatever brand you like the best. That's kind of what I do because that's a portion of flavoring. That's a portion of making a dish taste good. You know, I don't want to make dishes that don't taste good because cooking's already a lot of work or labor of love. Even if you love doing it, it still is a lot of work. Funny, I use paper plates because I do not want to wash a dish just to dredge in. Especially something nice and small. Sometimes I have to use my other bowls because I have nothing that will hold the liquid in or the powder in. But when I can get by with it, I will use a paper plate all day long. One less dish, and then I get to incorporate all that flavor. Now what I'm doing is just going in and breaking up some of the Parmesan, little chunks of cheese right here, and just sprinkling it because that's my salt factor. I will use salt and pepper when I take the cheese sticks out of the fryer. I usually do a little sprinkle of salt, little sprinkle of pepper. We love mozzarella sticks as, you know, snacks. Sometimes we'll just have finger foods like mozzarella and zucchini and have a big fat salad for dinner, especially during the summer. Okay, so everything's incorporated here. I'm going to go ahead and put these things back over here, free up some room. Now we're going to crack our eggs and we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and crack my egg. It's 3 eggs, by the way. Not too many ingredients, but it is 3. You could probably get by with using 2. I use 3. You know, breadcrumbs and flour. You know, you would not have to measure these out if once you got to how much you know you're going to make. Or if you're only going to make a few that day. Say it's just your one person. So just measure enough breadcrumbs in your eye and enough flour that you see. But this is a good recipe that I make, and the quantity I give you is usually enough to 4 to 6 people, especially if you have kids, mom and dad and a couple kids. But if it's just you 2, then you can have some for extra. Mozzarella sticks, it's hard to take time when you work all day or you're helping family or whatever. You take care of your children and clean the house and everything. It's hard to make things like mozzarella sticks, zucchini sticks, because they're time consuming. So I'll tell you, this recipe here, you go ahead and you make all these mozzarella sticks because you can freeze them. Because once we go ahead and batter these, we do have to put them on my parchment paper here and put them in the freezer for an hour so that they will get nice and frozen. So once you put them in the oil, everything will have a chance to melt, the crust will cook and everything. But you know, if you want to make all of these, like we won't eat all of these, so I'll go ahead and make them all. Then I'm going to freeze these because they're good for 3 months. So remember, take and freeze your stuff. I also recommend buying a vacuum seal of some sorts so that you do not get any freezer burn and things like that. Boy, that really helps out when you're a family and you have to work and take care of the household, or you just don't have time. Another way this works too is when you're older and or you're single, you don't want to make food, all this food for just you. Freeze it, and then you always have it. So basically what I'm going to do is take my mozzarella sticks, put them in flour dredge, and just go like this. Shake it off, and then I'll put in the wrong one. You go to egg, and you dredge it in egg. So let me just tell you, it'd be nice to be able to use your fork. Does not work that well. So what I do is I get one hand clean and one dirty. So what I'm going to do is put my mozzarella in. I'm going to make sure I coat it really good. You only have to do one coat on this. It's not like zucchini and some of the others where you want to coat twice. This will be just one coat. I'm going to give you a quote on something for a mozzarella stick here. I'm okay today. Too many years in the workforce for me. I'm going to give everybody a quote. Okay. Here we go. In the flour, we're going to put it right to the egg wash. In our beautiful crumbs. And basically, after we get these all done, then what we're going to do is put them in the freezer for 1 hour to cool. So they're looking beautiful. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do 2 at a time, or 3 here. Put them in the flour. Just toss. Just get it to coat. This is relatively inexpensive. Most expensive thing here, honestly, was the cheese. The cheese is the most expensive thing. But you know, like I say, buy your cheeses and things like that on sale. Either that, or we don't make cheese sticks. We don't make them very often. Cheese sticks are not something you can make very often. It's nice if you know how to make them, because it's a really inexpensive thing to make technically if you buy, bulk, or you buy when everything's on sale. Right now, it's very important to buy most everything you buy on sale. I hate to say it, you got to wait for a good price, because everything is really expensive, no matter where you go, what store you go to. Even some of my stores that I always used to shop at, especially for a can or something like that, even those stores have gone up, Thank God we still have some grocery stores that are okay. And like I said, get a deal. There's still enough people in the world where things do go on sale. People or growers always have things, but you got to get your stuff on sale. But like I said, really inexpensive. This is not too hard to make. It's not even that time consuming. This is the worst that you have to do. But if you like being in the kitchen, it's therapy. Make it therapy. Start making your cooking sessions your therapy. You reward yourself with a good eats versus having to pay somebody. But anyways, no, it's really fun to do. Tomorrow's a good day to do this, or today's a good day to do this, and freeze them and take them out for tomorrow. With things going on, holidays and things like that, people need stacks. People will be out in droves. You need to feed your family a little something fun and good. Kids are going to be all excited about the harvest parties they get to go to, and that'll be really nice. They get to be the little princesses and princes, and they get to dress up, so they're going to be excited. But this is a good thing to have. Keep wanting to bypass the egg for some reason today, but this is basically it. What we're doing is we're coating, and we're good. Get them all nice and coated. Okay, look at that, looks beautiful. It's all coated nice. We're good. We're ready to go into the freezer. I'll finish coating these, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer right now, and then I'll put my next batch in the freezer, because that's what we're going to fry when we come back. This right here, we'll fry these when we come back. Actually, I'll do one more, and then we'll go ahead and get those in my freezer, and then I'll do the rest, because the rest, like I told you honestly, I am going to just freeze those with coating on them. I am not going to fry them. So on another day when we want a cheese stick, there's enough for me and my family to have a couple cheese sticks with our salad or whatever we want to have, our pasta that day. I'm just putting a little bit on there so it gets all coated. There we go. That's what we look like. I'm going to be back. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer. In 1 hour, I'll be back, and then we'll start frying. Hi, welcome back. It's been an hour. I finished breading all the cheese sticks. This is what they look like. They came out delicious looking. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fry them. I'm going to fry 4 at a time. So I have my fryer on 300. Just going to test it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to drag it down like that for a second. I'm going to put it in here. That's number 2. 3. And we're going to do number 4. I'm picking and choosing the ones I want to fry. I have no idea. So I'm going to do 4 at a time. I'm going to show you guys 4, and then what I'll probably end up doing is doing a couple more after I get off camera. But I want to let you know for sure, this row right here, so that's 2, 4, 6, I'm going to do 8. So then after that, there's 2 for each one of us at a later date. So I'll fry 2 more after I'm done. But I am going to go ahead and I'm going to vacuum seal these because this is a hole in the meal, and like I said, we can keep it for 3 months at a time, the cheese sticks. So I'll make them one night with hors d'oeuvres, or I'll make them with a salad or something. These are going to come up fast. They don't fry for very long. Soon as you start to hear the sizzle sizzle, they'll start rising. That's when you want to pull them out, right as the cheese is going to start to bubble out. Oh my gosh, it's going to look beautiful. And you'll see they'll turn golden brown, but it doesn't take very long. Oh my gosh, these are ready. Already, they're ready. I was going to take them out nice with my little spoon here, but I think I'm just going to flip them over because they are ready. Look at, that's fast. It takes me longer to do the work than to actually fry them, which is nice. You can also pan fry them if you don't have a fryer. You can bake them as well. I just put a little bit of salt and pepper on mine. I like mine that way, and that is it. They are ready to go. So frying is fast. It takes longer to get them all breaded and everything, but this is how they look. Put them with some marinara or some ranch, or you can also use Alfredo sauce, and they dip fantastic. Oh my gosh, when I go to Olive Garden, I get mozzarella sticks, and then what I do is I dip them in the Alfredo sauce. I'm so bad. But anyways, this is how they look. If you like what we did today, please like and subscribe, and I'll have all the directions in the box for you to see. Thank you, and have a good day, and appreciate you coming in and cooking with me.